Hey there. Hope you're all well. It's been a while since I've been on the Arcane Mystic. I'm in the process of writing another book, and I'm at the point now where I'm putting it all together. Really exciting final stages, and then I will get this out to you early next year. And I just thought it'd be a really good point to come online and just have a little chat about us moving into a darker period of the year. Some people have been really feeling it. I've had been dealing with loads of people that are losing their jobs and not quite knowing what it is to do next, how to push forwards. They're almost at a reset point within themselves, and this is completely normal. Sometimes it's really scary, though. It can be really scary. And those are the people that I'm speaking to. They're completely creative, really, really intelligent, creatively aware. And this time, this period for them, as well as obviously organizing bread and butter money, if you've got something that you're really good at and you really enjoy doing, please do it. You know, please start getting into the process of doing it. Another thing that a lot of people that I've been working with have been finding really helpful, I found it really helpful myself, is just working with nature. Just really being in a space where you connect with the elements for a start and realizing that everything out there has its own agency. So it has its own spirit. It can help you. I love trees. I love vast open, meadows. When it's frosty, when it's warm, it doesn't really matter weather-wise what's happening there because you can really soak up that energy that makes you feel more balanced within yourself as we're living throughout a technological age which has its benefits, but also being really connected to nature has its benefits also. So if you've been forgetting or not being able to spend as much time outside, please do. Please do. Loads of festivals going on. I learned about one called the Nine Mornings in St. Vincent. And that's where people get up every morning around 4 a.m. And this is within communities and tribes. And what they do is that they will have, like, maybe they dance together, sing together. There could be storytelling, they come together, and there's food. It's very community based. And in some spaces within the UK, that's something that I do feel that we're lacking. And if you have got small communities, it'd be really great to get together whenever you can. And within St. Vincent, what they then do is that this builds up an energy towards the Christmas period. And I love the concept of it because children get involved. It's not just for adults. They go into the water to bathe and to clear off any old energy. They may drum, which is something that all traditions would have done initially in the beginning of, our knowledge of ancient histories. And I like that concept of literally clearing. And they would also, it's welcoming in the start of the days getting shorter after we reach the solstice. So we'll reach the shortest night once we get there. And then afterwards, it's the sun's being reborn again as the days become a bit longer day by day by day. So that's one festival. We've also got um, Evergreen Magic, and that would be from the Celtic midwinter. And this is where the Holly King and the Oak King, they symbolize as a battle that they have. And the Holly King is more about autumn winter, whereas the Oak King is about spring summer. And this is where it's the changing and the turn-ins of the season. So at the moment, we're heading towards the Holly King being in full rain and having, the most abundant power within him is everything is cold and it's dark. And while we're in this period, it's a really good time to retreat within. You look at nature and we learn so much from nature. Even nature's retreating. Nature's got smaller, the ferns in the woods, they're all kind of dying off. They are in a space really now where the ground and there's rest and recuperation. There's not so much doing. There's more decay. It's the letting go. We can do that as well. We've been in a snake year this year, and we can look at letting go what hasn't fit for us, what hasn't worked. And that could be, I don't know whether it's around work, relationships, situations. Could be letting go of knowledge that we've accumulated throughout our lives that doesn't really fit in alignment with, what's underneath all of the layers of the systems that have been put in place to that help us or that make us forget who we really are. So it's a good time to really do self-inventory where possible and just be in a space of stillness, really, as much as you can. And if you're feeling a bit sad, a bit low, this is the time to do it. It's the time to really allow those emotions and those feelings to come through and honor them. It's about integration and working through that. The other thing about this season is I've noticed in a lot of tribes are more that are older than potentially what we have new agey wise now. A lot of the matriarchs would come together and what they would be doing is storytelling and they would be going maybe into myths and legends or teaching in a way the younger generations, even the older ones, of different stories that relate to life and emotions potentially or strongholds of communities, of tribes, of working together. And we can have many different archetypes of what women would be in this period. So, for instance, we could have the nurturer, and this is the one that is in the space, making everything cozy, making it all comfortable, lovely, really good food, doing things in a way that really brings the family together, which I really, really love the thought of that. You can have the visionary, which is the one that's dreaming into existence, where they really want to, what they're planning for the next year and what they're letting die off this year. You can have the one that's already done that work and they're ready to plant seeds now. They've got that energy going within them and they're ready to take things to the next level, which works out really well for them in a really good way. We have also got the shadow worker that's healing through the subconscious, really pulling out all of the bits that shouldn't be there. And then on the other side of that, they become the light bearer, which is where they're in a lighter space within themselves and can maybe share wisdom with another, which is great. So, message really for you at the moment is to work on yourself, and it's not necessarily doing anything massive or big. It's just being really more so than anything being in a good space. I've got some really good essential oils I really love. I have On Guard by doTERRA. Really love this for the home. Really cleansing out the energy. I love mugwort as well. Mugwort essential oil. Really good for cleansing the energies out of the home. Again, bringing balance in. Bringing things in like evergreens, hollies, oaks, and they protect and ward off evil spirits, some may say, or just negative energies that really others don't really want around. So that sits there as well, something that people can work with. In the Yuletide festivities across the globe, so maybe Norse and Germanic mainly, what I love about this is the connection that they have to the Yule logs that they would choose to put on the fire. And they were chosen by the people. They would decide that this is what I want to put on my hearth. And that kind of selecting is reciprocal relationship with nature, which is really, really wonderful. And that again just brings us back to the center of knowing that we are an extension of what was already here. And it's about working with nature rather than against it. So that's something that can be incorporated into daily life. And the things that we're doing, they don't have to be overly expensive. They can be things that you can go out to your natural woods, or you can go anywhere where you will find nature items. Nature's abundance is everywhere. Hedgerow stuff. When I walk out, I see loads of pine needles, and I made pine needle oxymel. That's really tasty, and it's so good for coughs and chests and throats and working in that area. And that is pine needles and 50-50 of honey and also apple cider vinegar. And that really works on bringing health, restoring health. Really good for that. The other thing that I would say now with you is be kind to yourself. Really be kind to yourself for the rest of this period and honor the darkness within you. And when I say this, I mean the parts that maybe you've looked at this year and didn't know existed there or doesn't feel right for you at the moment, and you've integrated with that now, and it no longer holds you in a position where you are acting out in certain ways that don't really serve you anymore, or lower level behaviors that are not fun. Eat really good foods. Honestly, you do eat really good foods. It's there for the taking, hearty, warming foods. Please, where possible, if you can, shop at local farms, shop at local greengrocers, and spend time and money with these people. I went to my egg lady today. The first thing that I did was I got chocolate because she always has loads of chocolates there. We had a lovely conversation supporting local businesses. She sells vegetables that have been picked that day, and nothing tastes better than that. And if you've got people that have artisan stalls or that are really working hard to teach or, help along the way, please, if you can, support their businesses and work alongside them. Um, Another good thing would be leaving offerings on the land, and gratitude, and for sustaining, for helping us all to get through this year, even in this crazy time that we're kind of living in at the moment. There's still loads of beauty and really good things that we can co-create in this time of uncertainty, working together. If you've had a thought of messaging somebody and you haven't quite done it, please just text them, reach out and just say hi and put the message out there. Let people know that you're thinking about them, especially if they've been a bit quiet, or maybe you have, and there's been things on your journey that you've needed to learn. So, that comes there. And if you've got an instrument and you haven't played it for a while, please pick it up, please. It's really good for you. And just draw, paint, do creative things because that's the intelligence having fun. Anyway, as we move into this, I just thought I'd make a quick video for you and just to say hi and that I will be picking up my podcast again once my book is finished and posting the videos that I've been working on with people from ancient tribes and understanding how they worked with nature, how they're still working through the current transitions that we're all facing on a global level, and just how we can really come back to the center. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful festivities period and sending you all warm wishes. Yeah.